What's up, guys? It's Missy. I'm back with another SimCity Build It video. And today, this is going to be one of the most important videos that is going to be on the channel, my game, Facebook, all that stuff. So this is the updated version of the Missy's Building Guide for the players that are restarting. And I'm not going to get into all the details as to when you should restart or when you shouldn't, because I already have videos like that. This is going to be a very, very detailed version. It's going to be very long. There's probably going to be multiple parts. If you have already seen Missy's Building Guide 1, the video, you're going to know the vast majority of what I'm going to be talking about today, but there have been some adjustments to the Missy's Building Guide plan. So for those of you who would like a copy of the plan, you can join us on our Facebook page that we started yesterday. This was a little bit easier than the Discord because, Facebook is a lot easier because your game's actually connected to your Facebook. I can respond via Facebook Messenger without having to close my game. And it's just easier to not get booted because we were having difficulties with people getting removed from the Discord channel repeatedly. So if you're looking for us on Facebook, it's pulled up here on my screen. It said SimCity Build It, MissyAnne That's what I have it named right now. I don't have any plan of changing it until I would figure out what else to put in there. But there are several groups on Facebook for this game. This is a new group, so it might appear at the lower part of the groups list. So you might have to type this in, the whole title in to see it, okay? If you're still unable to find the group, you can click on, you type in MissyAnne, Marysville, Washington, and you can click my Facebook, and I will post a link to the group there, or you can message me, and I will be able to send you the link. I also have it in the description of my video from yesterday, which I will put it in the description of this video as well. Okay, so you should be able to find it somehow, some way. Now, getting into the Missy's Building Guide Part 1, I have written up a Word document on the game, on the building plan, and it's going to be broken into levels on like what you should have accomplished by level 10, or what you should have accomplished or don't, have met all these requirements before leaving level 18, right? The most important levels of this game, the most, I would say that the foundation of your city is the first 24 levels of the game are the most important, okay? This is where you make all of your mistakes. This is where you end up having to restart because you leveled up way too fast. So if you are experiencing difficulties with, money and storage capacity, unable to do your epic projects, constantly needing, to upgrade your roads and things like that, and you've decided to restart, you need to know that between level 1 and 24 is the most important, okay? So if you're level 10 right now, or maybe you're level 18 right now, and you don't have everything on the document that I'm going to be reading and explaining today, then you need to make a decision as to if it's more beneficial to restart again and do it the right way, or if it's fixable, okay? If your level, the only way that it really wouldn't be fixable if you're below level 24 would be if you didn't build regular residential homes, because that is a very, very, very important thing. I had a guy that built all Latin homes, right? Mainly. So the issue was that when he reached level 18, he was unable to play War because he didn't have 35 homes on his map, and he wouldn't have been able to convert all of his homes into epic projects because he made non-regular homes. So that is one of the only the major things that you would have to have done to not be fixable. Sometimes though, when it's that early on in the game, it's better just to restart than it is trying to fix, you know, a bunch of stuff. It just depends on what mistakes you made. So I'll explain it as we go through the Missy's Building Guide. I'm going to go ahead and open the game so you guys can, you know, follow along here. I do have this document posted on the Facebook page. You can just hit copy text and then paste it into a Word document and print it. That's the way I have it set up, because I know a lot of people have difficulties with opening PDFs and stuff like that. So that's the best way that I was able to go about opening it. The mobile version of Word is a little bit tricky compared to the PC version. So it kind of converts everything to a large font. So I was able to size it down and make it more this is an updated version that you guys are going to be getting today. I put it out yesterday, and it's only written from level 1 to 30 as of now, and I'm going to finish writing level 30 to 43, and then 43 to 61. Should be done hopefully by the end of the week. Okay, but the most important, which is 1 to 24, is already done, and that's what this video is going to be. I will list the levels that I'm talking about in each part. So if part 1 is level 1 to, you know, 24, then that's what the video will say. And then you'll have to pick what part of the video, like, you know, as you progress throughout the game, you'll watch the other parts, or, you know, you'll go back and rewatch them. The best way is to be able to print this document out that I've provided for you guys, and that way you don't have to rewatch the video all the time, every time you think, oh shit, I forgot something, right? So go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button. That way you get notifications for all the upcoming stuff. And I do have a ton of stuff coming out, you guys, over the next month. All right, especially for the higher level players, because I've been neglecting that part of the game. I've been so focused on getting people, you know, in a better position than they were. But there are people that don't want to restart, and, you know, they really shouldn't, because they've been playing for 5 years and they have a ton of stuff that they've acquired. Okay, so if you're one of those players, be patient with me. I will get the stuff out to help you guys, I promise. All right. Now, first things first, the introduction part of this document. Okay. I'm not going to read the entire paragraph. You can do that on your own. But the gist of what this paragraph is talking about is what you will have accomplished if you follow this building plan. If you follow this building plan 100%, and this is very important, okay, that you follow this 100%. If you deviate from this in any way, it will result in, or it could result in, not having accomplished all of the things here on this list. So if you go on here and you read through my guide and you decide to tweak things around, and then you end up getting a different result by the time you're level 24, that's on you, okay? That's from what you did. This has been tested many, many times by multiple different players, including myself on my feeder city, and it works, okay? It works the same way every time. So, here you go. At the end of by the time you hit level 24 and have played for a minimum of 2.5 to 3 months of a pretty average gameplay. Okay, I'm not saying somebody who's sitting on the game, you know, 24 hours a day. I'm talking somebody who is playing the average. You know, you sleep 8 hours, you go to work, you check in on your game periodically throughout the day, and you play daily. Okay, not somebody who picks a game up once a week. Right? So an average gameplay for the game. You will have accomplished a minimum of 600 storage capacity by the time you hit level 24. All land, beach, mountain, fully unlocked. Okay, so your dozer and everything. Okay. Now, regionals are unlocked at level 25, and you should not unlock them at all at that level. This is only level 1 to 24, so you will not have regionals unlocked. And once you proceed to level 25, you will never unlock those in this area of the game, like this time frame of the game, that is like the worst thing you could do for yourself, is to unlock one of those regional maps. Do not do it, okay? And it's going to be in big, bold red letters in the guide. Now, you will have a minimum of 35 regular homes to convert to gold epics once you hit level 24. You will have anywhere, these epics, because you're going to have epic pointers, right? You're going to have a minimum of 10 to 20 three-pointer buildings because you're going to have saved all of your platinum keys and your gold keys throughout level 1 to 24. However, right when you hit level 18, okay, that's when you're going to be using some of your keys to do a pop boost, and I'll explain that as we go through the guide. But just know that you should, or well, no, you will end up with a nice chunk of platinum keys and gold keys that you will be able to utilize later on, okay? You'll have anywhere from 3 to 4 maxes, depending upon how many you buy and how many you want, okay? Like, that'll depend 100% on if you have hackers in your league, because you will have won the mega round at least 4 to 5 times during this point in the guide, saying that you're not stuck in with hackers, which I will explain. I actually have a video on that where you can watch for that and know when you have one in your league, okay? You will also have by the time you leave level 24, you will have all of your regular homes converted to gold epics. At this point in the game, your epics will cost anywhere from $142,000 to $170,000 per epic at your level. And that is the legit accurate cost. That is not the I started with this many coins, I ended with this many coins cost, because that is not an accurate number. Okay, this is something that we've compiled data, we've recorded epic projects, we've added them up on every item that went into them, and they always range between 142,000 and 170,000 for your level with 3-pointers. If you're using anything aside from 3-pointers, if you're deviating from this guide in any way, it will result in a different different range of cost. Okay? So, like I said, at this point, you will have unlocked pretty much everything. You'll have all your beach, mountain, your VU tower will be at least halfway upgraded. You'll have upgraded the airport, the shipping dock. You'll have upgraded some, like one of every rarity when it comes to war cards, and probably have upgraded a few of your war cards. That just depends on what assignments that you're going to get throughout the course of your game here. The maxes, the storage will be about 600, maybe more. Yeah, I mean, 1,500 platinum keys, roughly, is about what you're going to end up with. So the 2 players that I have in my group now, they have been following my guide 100%, and they're both sitting on about 6,000 cash at the moment, along with several gold epics. They are just shy of 100, about like maybe 100 away from maxing out their storage, I think. All land, all beach, all mountain, all 3-pointers. VU tower is halfway upgraded. As I said in the introduction part of this video, you will have accomplished all of this stuff in 3 months' time, which is more than most people accomplish in a few years. So it's definitely worth it to make these choices, very early on and set the foundation for your city. All right, so let's get on into the guide. Level 1 to 10, during this time in the game, you're going to, you're going to start off, you're going to go through the tutorial, okay? Now, at this point in the game, you want to make sure that you're going to save your new city. If you're somebody who restarted and you have your old city connected to your Facebook, once you end the tutorial, you will hit this settings button here in the top right corner. If you hit login with Facebook and you're logged into your old Facebook, it's going to prompt you with a screen that says, would you like to continue on with this city or the saved data from your Facebook? If you click Facebook, it's going to upload your old city and you're going to have lost every bit of progress that you've done. So make sure that you make a new Facebook, right? And make sure that you're logged into that Facebook when you click save. You cannot override the Facebook data that's already been there, okay? If you have a situation where you have two Facebooks logged in, right? And you click it and it's showing you your old Facebook, then you need to log out of your old one, log into the new one, and make sure that you save it to the new one first, okay? Sometimes what happens is you have like a primary Facebook that's always logged in, and then you make a second one on a browser, and the game doesn't recognize that second Facebook in the browser. It goes through the application. So the moment that you flip back onto your older Facebook, and you open the game, it's going to say, hey, dude, do you want to fucking go back to that city or this city? So just be very careful with your save datas, okay? Once you've saved the game and you've proceeded on, at this point, in the game, you are starting off with 50 cash is what the game gives you. You're going to use that 50 cash immediately, right? And you're going to upgrade the shop slots for your building supplies store. Okay, use all of your cash on the building shop. All right. Do not ever use your cash for things like rare items at this point in the game or finishing items. You know, like, oh, I want this nail faster, I'll pay $1. No. The cash is extremely important, especially if you're somebody who doesn't want to spend real money on the game or doesn't want to spend a lot of real money on the game. So that's number one, okay? The very most important thing that you're going to be spending your cash on is going to be the shop slots. It's extremely important that you do this because when you hit Mega, you're going to need them, all right? Okay, so level 1 to 10. You're doing the tutorial, you got everything going on. Now, here's the next thing. You need to go and watch my Never Upgrade Roads Again video. I recently put a thumbnail on it, so it'll be easier to find. And in this video, I explain to you how to set your roads to never need upgraded again, but you will not have a decrease in your happiness when you do this because of the way that you're going to be setting them up. It's kind of a little trick in the game to help you, okay? So at this time in the game, between level 1 and 10, you are going to have a very low amount of taxes to collect, and you're not going to have a whole lot of income, right? So what ends up happening at this point in the game is players will upgrade homes and increase population. The service demand is going to rise, and it's going to put you into this cycle of upgrade by service by road, upgrade by service by road. And you're going to be into this vicious cycle where you're constantly broke because you're constantly having to upgrade everything, right? We're going to break that cycle because it's a huge waste of coins, right? Road upgrades is one of the biggest wastes of coins in the game. There's so many upgrades on the roads already that, I mean, there's like 10 different road upgrades or something. Once you go higher up in level, you'll start to unlock them all. And they're a ripoff because when you have to bulldoze them, and let's face it, you bulldoze roads quite a bit in the game, especially as you start to unlock your map. So it's a huge chunk of money lost when you do this. Now, you're going to break the cycle, and you're going to set your roads up to never need upgraded. Now, definitely watch that video when you're done with this one if you have not already. Keep in mind that if you are setting your roads up like that, that you make sure that you're not setting it up to where you're going to need to move the items on that road, okay? I had a guy that posted a screenshot in the group, and he had put his factories along the roads instead of parks. And because they were 3-slot factories, they would have been needing upgraded relatively soon, which would have made the road upgrade thing not work. So make sure that you're doing it on the back corner of your map using parks or something. All right. Now, you've got your roads set up to where you're just waiting for them to all go red on that particular location, right? Okay. So at this point, you've upgraded a few homes. Maybe you're about level 6 now. You've unlocked the new residential home, which is this old townhouse here on my screen, and the Latin America. Okay. These 2 homes here. Do not build these at all. Only build regular homes. When you lay a construction zone down, you can only have 3. You'll only see up to 3 homes on this right-hand corner. It will never be above 3. When you lay a new construction zone down and you do an upgrade, it should bring that number back up by 1, usually, unless you have a bunch of half upgraded homes. So you want to be very careful that you are upgrading your homes relatively, how do I explain this? You want to make sure that you're upgrading your homes so that when you hit level 18, you don't have like a bunch of half upgraded homes. You need them to be fully upgraded. Here's the thing. When you hit level 24, you want to be able to convert all of your regular homes into epic projects. If you hit level 24 and you have 50 residentials that are halfway upgraded, you're not going to be able to convert them into epics until they're at a maximum upgrade, which means you would have to level up to be able to convert it to an epic project, which would mean you would unlock more items and it would make it more difficult and expensive to complete the epic project. If you can upgrade the homes to maximum by level 24 and not have to pass level 24 to convert your epics, they're going to be a lot cheaper. When you hit level 18, you need to be able to do the war feature in order to participate in the contest of mayors and actually have a shot in hell at winning the Mega League, which means you need at least 35 residentials on your map by the time you hit level 18. So try to make sure that you have at least 35 homes and that they are all as fully upgraded as they can get. Okay? So just proceed on with that. At this point in the game, you're going to be at a pretty low population right now. You're at about level 6. You've upgraded a few homes, and you're looking at this this global HQ here. Okay? This needs 10,000 pop to unlock. Now, at this point in the game, you haven't unlocked a lot of the categories in your pop boost category section. You've unlocked parks and landscape. That comes unlocked already. Okay. Now, it's popular to buy this small fountain park here, number 1. Do not buy that one. That is only a 5% pop boost, and it is 4,000 coins. It takes up 1 space on your map. This one takes up the same amount of space on your map, costs $1,000 more, but gives you a double pop boost than this one. I think people buy the first one because they like the look of it better and because it's a little cheaper. But this one is a much better deal, okay? If you scroll down, you'll see several parks, all different, costs and everything. But the Peaceful Park is another popular one. This one is a 25% pop boost, and it's only, 8,000. So you're paying $3,000 more to go up 15% on a pop boost, but you're also taking up an additional space on your map. The other popular one is the pool here for 20% because it is 6,000. So it's only 1,000 more, takes up 1 more space, and it gives you a 10% increase from the first one. So it's just a matter of, which one you like the look of the most, which one, you want to buy. What do you like, So you're going to put those as easy, how do I put this? You're going to try to position those to have as much coverage as possible, so to hit as many houses as you can. And you should be familiar with this, especially if you've, played the game before. So try to get it to cover the highest populated homes. And during this time, your roads that you're trying to have, to get pushed to the red zone, you may have to pick up stuff in this area to get that road notification to go away on the road that you're trying to avoid an upgrade on. So you'll understand what I'm saying better once you watch that video. Okay, once you've hit 10,000 population, you don't need to boost your pop anymore with parks. You don't want to waste a ton of coin right now. Okay, but once you hit level 18, you will need to start boosting it again. But don't worry about going past 10,000 as of right now. A lot of people, they do that in the beginning, and they end up boosting their pop, like 30, 40,000 in the beginning, and then they have this overload of service requests that requires a lot of coin, right? So right now, you're just trying to unlock the things in the game. So population is not as important as you think it is. If you're somebody who played the other SimCities, population was your income, right? Because of taxes. This game, taxes are not only calculated by pop. And honestly, the population aspect that goes into the taxes really isn't all that much. So you actually end up paying more by having a higher populated city than you gain from the population as far as a payout goes. Because of the cost of services and roads and things of that nature, it ends up making it to where you really you spend so much money on it that you never really get your money out of it to have a high populated city. However, some people just want a high populated city because it's just what they want. Like, they just want to see how many people they can get it up to, right? So, and in that case, if you're somebody who wants to do a high pop city, this is not the guide for you. A lot of this guide applies to you, but it's not 100% the guide for you. And I will have a specific guide for a population city in a different video. Okay? All right. So your storage is number one priority. This is something that you need to, I've heard a lot of people say, oh, I've got 200 storage. It's fine. I'm good. I don't have any problems. Or I have a regional map unlocked. I don't have any issues with it, or whatever. Okay. Well, the reason that you're not experiencing any issues is because you're not accomplishing anything. So yeah, if you wake up and you have 200 storage and you're not doing epic projects, you're not participating in the contest of mayors, you're not getting anywhere in the game, you're not making any money, no shit, you're not going to have a problem because you're not doing anything that would require that problem to occur, right? So, I mean, no, 200 space is not enough space for anybody, for anything, for any reason, okay? You will find in this game that storage will be an issue for you forever. It doesn't matter what level you are. It doesn't matter how much storage you have unlocked. It seems like a lot, but it's not. It's really not. Not when you break it down, okay? You look at my storage, it's 795. I'm always full. It doesn't matter if I'm at 850, I'm full, okay? You unlock a lot of items within the game. And once you break down the storage as to, okay, you got to hold this many for your next upgrade and this many for your beach upgrade or this many raw material items for your shops, you start breaking it down and it fills up real fast. Storage is number one priority. I cannot stress that enough. When you are level 8, this will be the time in the game where you have the highest algorithm for the rare items. What this means is when you click on this global HQ, at your level, You only see what items you have unlocked for your level. The higher the level, the larger the variety of items, the lower the algorithm for rares is. So as you proceed in levels, you will start to notice that you won't see as many rares on the global market. But then you might say, okay, well, look, you know, I'm playing my high level city. I shopped global for 4 hours today on my high level city and 4 hours on my regular city. And why is it that my low level city ended up with less rares than my high level city? That does not mean that the high level city has a higher algorithm. I have a video on this explaining how algorithm works in the game, but essentially people make the mistake of camping too long. Okay? People camp level 8 or level 10 until they have max storage, which is absurd. Okay? I'm going to tell you why it's absurd. First things first is you don't have a very balanced form of income at this point in the game. So you're going to experience that you're very, very broke unless you're putting coins into that city from a different city. If you have one city and you're camping level 10, it's going to be very difficult for you to be able to afford all of those rares. You do not want to sell any storage or dozer ever. Ever. Okay? Once you get level 18, you can trade them, but don't sell them. So you're going to want to do some of your land unlocks from level, 1 to 18. That's a fact. But essentially, storage is main priority. If you click on the global market and you see a storage item or a dozer item, you go for the storage item first, right? I don't care if you have $0 in the bank and you need money. That is the biggest mistake you could make, is to sell your storage items. People do this early on for money, and then they take the money and they buy, I don't know what, just something stupid. And then it's like, dude, no, there isn't one item on this game that's more important than storage. So you couldn't possibly have done something better with that coin than what you had already had. Do not sell your storage. All right. Now, at this time, you're going to upgrade your storage as much as you possibly can. This is going to be your priority until you're maxed out. So number one priority is storage. Always, 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 always. All right. If you are level, now, how long should you camp from level 8 to 10? You hear a lot of people say, well, you should camp a really long time. Don't leave level 10 until you have this, 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 this. You can follow my guide exactly as follows. And I have a video explaining why you may want to camp level 18 over level 10. All right. So here we are, you're level 10. You probably at this point, you should have around 85 to 100 storage that you've gotten so far. And honestly, it shouldn't take you very long to get to level 10. At this point in the game, you will notice that your house upgrades are really, really cheap. So like 1 nail, one tape measure. If you see house upgrades for 10 planks, 10 nails, 10 whatever, do not do those ones. Hit refresh on the building materials. So you just click on the construction hat and you click this cycle button here to request new building materials. It'll start a 30-minute timer. You can watch the video and what the hell? Okay, you can watch the video 30 seconds and get your new materials. If it doesn't give you something that is more cost efficient, then do it again. If you're wanting to upgrade a different house, then just click the circle with the line through it, the other one that was available there, and it will transfer it to a different residential zone. If it's a construction zone, it will not have that option available. Okay, you can only do the refresh. You can't do a go to a different house button. All right. At this point in the game, you're probably starting to see, that you're running a little low on funds here. Okay, so you're going to want to collect your taxes every 24 hours or as needed. You're going to want to try to keep your happiness 100% if possible, and it should be possible. You're waiting on those roads, so you're not upgrading any roads. You have unlocked several slots in your building supplies shop and your hardware store, or, you know, probably just the building supplies shop for now. And you're going to produce nails the whole time that you're on the game. If you are not on the game and you, you know, you're going to be off the game for longer, you can make other items if you want. Right now, I'm not going to go into what's most beneficial at this level because you have like nothing unlocked right now. Okay. But nails are a really good form of income. So let's see, we're on to, okay, yeah, I already told you don't spend any Sims cash except for store slots and depot slots. This is in the guide. It says store slots and depot slots. I have edited this part of the guide because I don't want you to waste a bunch of money on depot slots before shop slots. So make sure that, you know, yes, you do want depot slots so you can post items for sale, but it is very important that you have the shop slots first. You get a total of 32 depot slots available, and it comes with, I believe, 6 unlocked already, and they cost $10 each. So it's a nice chunk of change for you to unlock your entire depot. So don't worry too much about maxing that out at this point in the game. Wait until you have a little bit more cash available. Okay? Just worry about those shop slots first. Now, at this point, I believe I explained that you needed to acquire as many regular homes as possible and not build any other residentials. So at this point, you are not going to want to bulldoze any homes ever. I see people say, well, you know, my population was too high and my service demand was high and I couldn't afford it, so I went ahead and bulldozed. Don't do that, okay? Even if your happiness is really, really, really bad and your population exceeds your service demand, they'll survive until you can figure out a way to get some money. It is not worth bulldozing. I don't care if your houses are on fire and your Sims are leaving, you're at 0 happiness, that's always easily fixable. Okay, you don't need to bulldoze anything to meet the service demand. It'll work out, okay? I also have a lot of tips and tricks videos on things like that you will want to check out. All right. Now, do not discount any of your items ever. You always need to sell your items for maximum price, even if they don't sell right away on the global market. When you advertise them, Daniel will eventually buy them. And yes, I know you're going to be, you know, hurting for coins around this time, but those upgrades are going to be a form of income for you. You're going to do an upgrade and get paid like 1,500 coins for, you know, $300 worth of product at this point in the game. So your upgrades are going to be a nice source of income. You just have to make sure that you're not, you know, climbing too fast and not accomplishing everything that you need to accomplish. At this point in the game, you can level up pretty quickly, actually. And I know a lot of people say, oh, camp level 10 for rares, blah, blah. No, trust me. I've done this. I've been doing this a while. I know what I'm talking about. All right. So save all gold and platinum keys at this point in the game. You really won't have a whole lot of gold keys at this point because you're not participating in any of the group stuff or anything, or the mayor's pass or the VU tower at this point. So just let them accumulate. Don't spend them on water at this point in the game. All right. Platinum keys, especially, those should never be touched, especially at this point in the game is what I mean. So just leave that stuff sit. Okay. All right. This is it for all the way to level 10. So this is what you should have accomplished or done by level 10. Now, you're proceeding on past level 10. This is between level 10 and level 18. This is what you should have accomplished before leaving level 18. Okay, so right here at the very beginning, I tell I tell you guys, people tend to camp way too long at level 10 because of the algorithm being bettered for finding rares when you have less items unlocked. But you benefit from going up to level 18 because you have access to the group chest, which is this thing here. When you click the challenge, you'll join a group. Everybody within the group will, well, depending on what type of group you join. So you'll want to join one that is participating in the contest of mares. And everybody within your group will donate points in general. So everybody within that is logged into the group when they hit claim on their task will put up points on your group board here. Everybody's points will add up, and based off of how many points you guys get will depend on the type of chest that everybody receives. You need to be logged into the group when you hit claim, otherwise you do not receive the reward. Once your group hits a chest, it'll show you which one you guys got, and it'll tell you what you're receiving. If you hit epic chests like you see on my screen, you'll get 50 cash, 3 gold tickets, and 9 question mark. The question mark is a mystery rare. So what this means is it could give you anything. It could give you 9 mountain, it could give you 5 airport, 5 mountain, 5 beach, it could give you 9 storage. It's all random. Okay, so any rare item in the game. Beach, mountain, airport, VU, storage, dozer. Those are what rare items are in the game, and that's what you would have the ability of getting. It's completely random. If your group hit legendary, it's 15. This is something that you would not have available to you below level 18. Okay, the next thing that you have unlocked, this is when you hit level 17, and that is the Mayor's Pass. As you do Contest of Mayor's assignments, you will unlock this pass. Depending on if you're somebody who pays for the pass or not will depend on which rewards you are able to cash in on. If you pay for the pass, you will get both sections, the top and the bottom part of the pass. So the gold part and the blue part. If you do not pay $4.99, you only get the blue part. All right. Now, this is a lot better than level 10 because you are, as you can see here, there's several rares and temp storage that you can utilize that you couldn't utilize before at level 10. So when you look at the amount of rares that you accumulate over the course of the game, how many rares do you accumulate from just the global market screen? And I didn't say shopping global, I said the screen. When you click this is the algorithm right here. This is what SimCity has spit at you and said, okay, look, this is the items that you get to see. You hit refresh, and that is your algorithm. The moment that you click one of those items and travel to someone's city, the game is not controlling what items you see anymore. That is up to the person that city you're at and they're posting, right? So if I go to someone's depot and I'm shopping the global market and I see a camera on this screen right here, that is what my algorithm is. How many clicks, how many times do I have to refresh before I see a rare item posted? But let's say that me and you were sitting side by side and I have my screen on, you have your screen on, and I'm saying I'm only going to click rares that pop up on this screen. And you say, okay, I'm going to click low-level items, not rares, just low-level items because I don't see rares very much. And I'm going to see how many I accumulate. We both do that for an hour or two, and we see who ends up with more storage. Who do you think ended up with the more, the majority of the storage? Well, I can tell you who. The person that clicked the lower level items. Okay? You have a higher probability if you camp people's depots. If you click on low level items, because low level players tend to be the ones that make the mistakes and sell their rares. The higher level players do sell them, yes, when they max out, but typically at that point in the game, they're trading them to group members or helping people they actually know out, or they're transferring them to their feeder. Very rarely do high level players just sell rares on global for the hell of it, right? So it's typically a low level mistake, and that is where you're going to find most of your rares. So that being said, if you're sitting at level 10 to accumulate your rares, then what's going to happen is you're not going to have very many items unlocked, and that therefore you're not going to have a very good flow of income coming in to fund that thing, you know, that rare shit show you're all involved in, and you're honestly not going to you're not going to have any fun, to be honest. At level 10, there's not a lot to do there. You're going to be bored as hell. You're going to be broke as hell. You're not going to be accomplishing anything. And at the bottom line is, what do you accomplish at the end of the 3 months? Do you want to be somebody who has spent 3 months getting to 500 storage and is level 10? Or do you want to be somebody who has spent 3 months getting to, 500 or 600 storage and has accomplished everything that I've listed in this guide? What do you want to do with your time? Because right now, sitting at level 10 is a waste of your time. You're not going to accomplish anything else, and it's going to be hard for you to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. So, that being said, as a level 18 player, not 17, 18, okay, you have access to this guide here and all of these rewards. You have access to the group chest like we just discussed. You also have access to a group in general. So you go to a group, you talk to people, and you're like, hey, I got some dozer. I'm looking for storage locks. And you're able to trade with other mayors, which is going to be a lot more efficient when it comes to, maxing out your storage, right? The next thing is you also unlock donuts at level 18, right? Donuts are a huge, huge source of your main, the majority of your income is through donuts. And that's going to remain that way through the entire duration of this game. You're going to produce flour day and night, and you're going to produce donuts day and night all the time for the rest of the game. It is the most beneficial, okay? Now, as a level 18 player, you make a donut every 45 minutes. There's 24 hours in a day. That's 1,440 minutes in a day. At 45 minutes a donut, that's 32 donuts times $950 a donut. You would have $30,400 at the end of a 24-hour period that you don't have as a level 10 player. So you're missing out on that. Just 30 grand right there. 30 grand and $400 right there in the donut shop. So yeah, that's kind of a problem. Then you also have your taxes. Those are going to go up as well by not sitting there at level 10, because taxes calculate based off of city level, city population, and happiness. Now, there's other key features as well to being a level 18 player and trying to max out your storage. And that is, you have this side pass here. You also have the war feature, okay? The war feature is available to you at level 18 if you have 35 homes. If you choose to participate in the contest of mayors, you're going to start to climb up the leaderboard and climb up in leagues. At level 17, people try to camp level 17 instead of level 18 to try to win Mega. I do not advise that. I advise against that, because at this time in the game, you're going to be camping. You're not going to be going up in level, which means you're not going to be utilizing those upgraded assignments. You're going to have to make up for those points to keep your 2K average a 2K average, right? So if you're level 17, you do not have, you don't have donuts unlocked, which is a problem, and you don't have the war unlocked, which the war accounts for like 8 of your assignments. and many premium assignments. That is a big problem. That leaves you with nothing but pretty much production and expansion assignments. So yeah, you need to go up to level 18 to utilize those. All right. Before you leave level 18, you need to have a minimum of 350 to 400 storage capacity. Yes, you can go, above that. Some people like to camp to, 500. It's not necessary by any means. You will do just fine by going up because the algorithm is not going to drop so drastically at that point. And you will be able to, the purpose in going up past them will be to do upgrades only for the purpose of the contest. So before you attempt Mega at level 18, you need to have all of your shops maxed out. All of them that are available to you need to have max time discounts and max slots. This includes the temporary shops. Right now we have a medieval shop. Last month we had a sports store. Christmas is going to come around and we're going to get a Christmas shop. This seems to be a new continual thing with SimCity, so you might as well get used to it. I know it sucks, but yeah, it's here and it appears it's going to be staying. So make sure that you unlock all 11 slots for every shop and try to do your building supply store is going to have a head start because you unlocked that very early on back at level 1. The barn and the donut shop are your main money makers, so you definitely want those ones done as soon as possible. The hardware store and the furniture shop, you're going to be producing a lot of hammers and chairs. And then the garden shop, that one's going to be a little more tricky to deal with, but that's in the production guide. But either way, you need to be able to prep all of your shops for the contest of mayors at level 18. If you try to attempt Mega and you do not have all of your shop slots unlocked, you will be in a world of hurt. You will have to go up to level 20 to unlock silver tokens in order to get those production tasks done at a timely manner at that level. Okay? So you also need to have a minimum of 200 cash before you enter into the Mega League. This is because you have to pay for those flights. Before you attempt Mega or leave level 18, you need to have the airport unlocked. Preferably all of the towns, Paris, London, and Tokyo, they all unlock at different populations. You'll have to look and see. I'm pretty sure Tokyo is like 260,000 pop, if I remember right. What this means is this is where I said I would get to it about the gold keys. When is it appropriate to spend gold keys on pop boost? At level 18, you will have the education category unlocked, the transportation category, parks, landscape, and I think that is it. Beach, that's what it was, beach. Okay, so for the beach, what is the best pop boost for the beach? And you're going to want to pay attention to the green coverage thing here. See how some of them go further than others? Based on the placement of your homes and how close they are to the beach will determine which one is the best for you as far as a pop boost. But the beach certainly has a lot of options. The one thing that you want to keep in mind is the cost, the pop boost, and the coverage zone. Then epic points. Now on your screen right now, you will not see epic pointers on the menu because you don't unlock that part of the game until level 24. The game doesn't show you how many epic points that building is worth. You're going to want ones that are at least 3 pointers, right? So I have put together a video where I go through and I show you guys which ones are 3 pointers and which ones aren't. That way you know, because you're low level and you can't see it. That way you can pre-plan for your epics later. So what you should have done is went and looked on Google, typed in SimCity Build It Epic Poster. Now, everybody always says, oh, it's too early for me to even be thinking about designing my city. No, it's not. you need to have a little bit of an idea of what you got going on, or you're not going to know how to, prep for it. So let's say that you've looked at the epic poster and you are like me and you want the short buildings. That way you can see everything. That is the mountain category. The only category that's short for epics is the mountain category. Okay. If you like the transportation one, then you're going to say, okay, which building should I boost my pop with in the transportation? And so on, right? Now, a lot of people like the education. Now, the thing with education is, okay, so I just want to be clear here. You're taking any gold keys, not platinum keys, gold keys, and you are only spending them for limited time promotions that you really, really like. So as the holidays come around, like Thanksgiving and Black Friday, we will have a major discount coming up. So make sure that you save any cash, coins, keys, okay? If you are buying stuff that is on the menu all the time, that is a huge mistake. These items, like water and trees, are there all the time. They're not going anywhere. You can buy those later. What'll happen is you'll buy a bunch of water, and then something will come up, like the Christmas stuff with like the cool Christmas trees and stuff that you'll want, and you won't have any money for them. So save them for the limited time stuff, and then save them for your epic pointers. Now, right now, so far, you've only needed 10,000 population as a requirement to unlock the global HQ. Once you hit level 18, you need to unlock the airport. So you're going to go up in pop, and you're going to need to do quite a huge jump in pop. And you should have increased your pop quite a bit, actually, from level 10 to 18. It would have been going up because you're upgrading more homes. At this point in the game, the best categories to boost your pop with are transportation and beach. Education is not the best one to boost your pop with because, and I'm going to show you why. All 4 of these buildings here on my screen, they're all 1s and 2 pointers. However, and you need some of them as a requirement to buy others. So you're going to be wasting keys on just getting the ones that you need unlocked. Once you get towards the end here, the university, this one here, is the first 3-pointer on this list. This is a 50% pop boost with 3 epic pointers, and it costs 25 keys. Now, here's part of the issue. This building is huge, takes up a lot of space. This one costs cash. It's 3-pointer. It's 50% pop boost, but it's also oddly shaped. This one is a 10 plat key epic 3-pointer for 40% pop. This one is also very oddly shaped, and it costs epic or platinum keys. So, I would not be recommending that one at all. Okay. Now, we did have an education discount last month or so, and I know a lot of people that wanted the educational epics bought this one, which that's totally up to you if you're at that point and that's what you want to do. But if it were me, I would save the platinum keys because I know how valuable they are and how hard they are to acquire later. Right now, you'll notice that you're going to be winning the Mega League a lot, and getting platinum keys is going to be extremely easy for you. But know that when you start to go up past level 24, those days are over. So you need to, really appreciate the platinum keys that you have been able to acquire, because you're not going to be acquiring them the way that you were. A lot of you that have been following my building guide have been winning Mega every single week, first place. And you get 250 platinum keys every week. You will not get that later. Okay? It's not going to happen. You're not going to be winning. Mega first place forever. Okay? And even if you were winning Mega first place as a higher level player, it's going to cost you a fortune. So make sure you spend those platinum keys very, very, very wisely. If you see limited time buildings come up and you really, really like them, always get them if you really like them. because they may never come back around, or it might take a whole year. Okay. The Omega University is a four-pointer, but it doesn't unlock until level 30. And it has a decent pop boost on it, but yeah, 50%. But yeah, it's 40 platinum keys. So the rest of these are hotspots, which you won't unlock until you have regionals unlocked. Okay. Now, okay, so the war part of the game. At this point, you have some war cards on your screen, and you're planning to play the contest of mayors to win the Mega League. What this means is, if you do not want to play war for the feature, the entertainment aspect of it, let's say you want to play war for the fact of just playing war, like that would not apply to you. But if you're doing it simply for the contest and the contest only, these are the war cards that you're going to want to unlock. Okay? I'm going to show you guys. And you're going to want to make sure that you guys are attacking at least one time every war, no matter what. Otherwise, you will not qualify for the rewards. You get a reward whether your team wins war or loses war. If your team loses war, well, like our team specifically tries to lose. It keeps us demoted at a lower level, which makes the gold chest assignments cost less, and it provides you with silver tokens, which you have unlocked at level 20, which is a benefit for you for your contest of mayors assignments at level 20 to have acquired a bunch of silver tokens. So you also have this available to you if you pay, which you will have to pay every time you go into the next pass. So the first one is $2.99. The second one is $5.99. And then you have the third one, which I don't know how much it is because I didn't buy it. These are rip-off, okay? But needless to say, these are the war cards that you're going to want to unlock. Comic Hand, first one. This is going to be your common disaster. So you're going to get assignments to launch, it'll say something like, launch 3 common war attacks. This allows you to do a common war attack, only unlocking 2 war items with using 1 point of energy, which is good because you can launch that 3 times without having to have your energy regenerate and thereby making the task take longer. So that's the first one you're going to want to unlock. The second one, for your rare disaster card, you're going to pick the Flying VU Robot. The reason for this is because you unlock the ammo crate. The ammo crate is the one war item that can sell for $3,000. Because this one sells for $3,000 and you're a low level, you can do a repair for like 5 metal and get one of these, or you can do a shipment and get one of these and then sell it for $3,000. So it's a nice way to get some change, right? It uses 4 energy and it has a decent amount of points. 4 energy times 3 is 12. That's how much energy you start with, which means you'll be able to launch this 3 times without having to regenerate any energy. For your legendary card, you're going to pick Not in Kansas. This unlocks 2 more additional war items, is 4 points of energy, so you can launch it 3 times. And it's a legendary, so you'll be able to do those legendary tasks. Okay. Now, with these 6 war items unlocked, you can also unlock Shield Buster. Shield Buster is going to be a good card to unlock because it will allow you to break the opponent's shield when you've launched a jackpot or somebody in your group has, and then you can maximize your points by attacking that person's city an additional time. When you launch this, when you kill a city, okay, you launch an attack, you kill them, their health's gone. If somebody in your group or you launches a shield buster on them, you basically repair that person's city a little bit, and then you're able to attack them again to earn additional points. This is exceptionally helpful when you launch a jackpot. So if a jackpot runs for 10 minutes, right? you launch a shield buster, and you can, people in your team or you or whatever, you can hit that city multiple times until that jackpot runs out, thereby maximizing your points and your team's points. So it's definitely a good thing to have unlocked. And it only unlocks one additional war item because you already had the gas can unlocked. So at this point, you have a total of 7 war items unlocked. And you can unlock Doomsday Quack because you already have the duck unlocked. You can unlock this one here because you already have the ammo, propeller, and duck from all the other ones. Tentacle Vortex because you have plunger, duck, and propeller. And I believe that is it. Yes, that's it. Yeah, so those are the cards that you're going to want to unlock, okay? Now, moving on from war, because I'm not a war player, and that essentially you're only doing those for the purpose of the contest of mayors, right? So if you're somebody who doesn't want to do war at all, ever, then you're not going to be able to participate in the contest of mayors to actually win it, because you have to do those assignments if you want to hold a 2K average and have a chance in hell at winning. Now, what you'll notice is in the lower leagues, you're going to be at the top of the leaderboard without having to do squat, okay? Then you think, oh, this is easy. This is going to be no problems. I'm going to get to Mega, and I'm just going to do 3 assignments, and I'm going to win. Well, no, that's not what's going to happen, okay? You're going to get to Mega, and shit's going to get hard, and you're going to be like, oh, fuck. This shit ain't like it was. Yeah, no. If it was, oh, man. Yeah, I wouldn't be sitting here telling you how to hold a 2K average. So keep that in mind. If you're used to the low leagues and the fact that you can just jump on the game, do 5 assignments, and win first place, it's not going to remain that way at all. During this time, you're going to want to practice on how to choose your tasks properly, but know the difference between why you're choosing a different task. And what I mean by that is typically during this time, it's very difficult to teach people how to hold a 2K average because you shouldn't be spending any cash or you shouldn't be, as strict on your assignments that early on in the leagues because there's no point to be. So between all the leagues, once you hit Metro, shit will change a little bit. But on the lower leagues, you're not going to use any gold tickets. You're not going to use any cash. You're not going to use a bunch of VU to launch your, your VU attacks and things like that for the game. You're going to want to have all 5-slot factories at this point. You're going to go from a 3-slot to a 5-slot. So here's the factory that you're going to buy is the high tech. High tech is 20,000. This is something that you need to do right away. Okay, the moment that you unlock 5-slot factories, you need to get them unlocked. And that reminds me, that is another reason why you want to go from level 17 to level 18 instead of camping level 17, because you also have another factory unlocked on top of the donuts and everything else that I listed. Okay, so you're going to skip the 4-slot factories because they're pretty useless and it's just a waste of money. You're going to go from 3s to 5s, right? Don't go to nanotech unless you're somebody who can afford it later on in the game. And you will want to know that that is the only difference between nanotech and high tech is the fact that it can be placed near a house because it doesn't have a pollution square, and because it's $30,000 difference and it's green. That's the only difference. Okay, so don't do that. So before leaving level 18, you will have 1 mega at least 5 or 6 times, have a minimum of 350 to 400 storage, saving all golden plat keys aside from what's needed to boost your population to unlock VU and airport, which you will have unlocked your VU tower. You will have unlocked the VU tower at least up to level 8. You will have unlocked 50 to 75% of your land at this point, only unlocking land for Contest of Mayors assignments. You will have watched my Contest of Mayors prep video for level 18 players, and that way you have all of your shops pre-prepped before the contest. During this time, like I said, you will have unlocked all time discounts and production slots for all available shops to you, including the seasonal shop. You will have bought in at least 1 to 3 maxes, depending on how many you have, how many you want to buy. It's totally up to you. You will not have spent any cash on any coin packs, like these stupid things here. You will not be spending cash on anything aside from the Maxis Manor, the shop slots, and any limited time buildings or whatever that you really, really want. Okay? You're going to have maxed out your depot slots by this time. So you should be at 32 depot slots by the time you hit level, or by the time you leave level 18. You don't have to, but it's usually recommended because you can only post 1 war item for sale, and at a time, like you can't post 5 of them. So typically you will want to, have some space available to post for group members and to make some money and things like that. At this point, you will have a really nice chunk of platinum keys, probably around 1,500 or so. You should have a nice chunk of gold keys. You're definitely going to want to buy the heliport if you're doing transportation, as we discussed, because this is a 50% pop boost. 20 gold keys, 3-pointer, 4 squares taken up on map. We already talked about the university, and then the beach will be, let's see, the Merman Statue is a good one. It's 20 keys, 3-pointer. The aquarium is a 3-pointer, 25 keys. This one is 32 keys, 3-pointer, 30% pop boost, takes up a lot of space. Not really good to grab that one. This one is one of the more popular ones because it takes up very little space. The coverage zone is quite far. It's only 22 keys and it's a 3-pointer. The Beach Delta is a platinum key thing. It's a 4-pointer, so it's definitely something that a lot of players buy. It's also very popular because people will put like rivers on their map and it will lead up to the Delta, kind of like what you've seen on my screen. But know that Black Friday's coming up and this will likely go on sale at like half the price. So if you know that there's stuff in the menu that like full-time stuff that you're going to want to buy, this is a full-time item. It's not going anywhere. There's no hurry on buying this right now. Wait and see if it goes on sale and purchase it when it's half off. It'll be a lot easier to drop 60 keys on it than 120 plat keys. That's why I haven't purchased my deltas yet, because I'm waiting for Black Friday. That goes the same for the mountainside when you hit to level 22 or whatever. Now, at this point in the game, I should have said that. You guys, Maxises are not unlocked yet. Okay, you unlock them at level 20, so you will have saved money for your Maxises. I always forget to say that. So yeah, do not think that you're going to have the Maxis before you leave level 18 because you don't have it unlocked yet. Once you hit level 22, you should have enough money to buy 2 to 3 Maxises. And honestly, if you're anything like me and you have a lot of accidental purchases, I recommend buying them immediately because I've lost thousands of dollars in cash to those stupid coin packs. And, or I just wake up and there's money missing, right? It's happened many times to a lot of people, including me. So I try not to hold a lot of cash on my game. Let's see. You will, level 20. Okay. Looking at my list here, you guys, because we're about to end this part 1 video. I'm trying to make sure I got everything. Okay, yeah. So 350 to 400 storage, 75. Okay, so the beach upgrades will be done for the Contest of Mayors only, right? Do not collect any deeds prematurely because they will require you use them before you can use the items. I recommend these videos be watched before proceeding past level 18 or after leaving level 10. One video that you need to watch for sure is Never Upgrade Roads Again video. Okay? Production plan video. Com prep and how to choose your... You're pretty much going to watch every Contest of Mayors video I have if you want to learn how to run a 2K average. But I put one up 2 days ago, and it is a level 18 Contest of Mayors preparation video. That one you definitely are going to need to watch, okay? And not yet, but once you hit level 24, you will watch epic videos. But right now, those are the most important videos for you. If you're between level 1 and 18, is the Contest of Mayors, the Never Upgrade Roads Again, and the level 18 production plan video. Any tips and tricks videos are advised to watch as well. Just, you know, like the War for Beginners. I have a lot of just like random, you know, tips and tricks. I have a rare tips and tricks video you might want to take a look at. But you don't want to, you know, overload yourself with too much because you'll often forget, you know, a lot of what you saw in the video, and then you'll have to go back and rewatch it. So you'll definitely want to join us on our Facebook group. That way you can take a copy of this guide that's been written. It is posted on there right now in the announcement section. All you have to do is hit copy text, open up a document, like a Word document or something, or an email even, and hit paste. Scroll down, make sure that it actually pasted the entire plan. If you send it through a Facebook message, it will not paste the entire plan. It only allows a certain amount of characters, so it cut off like 3/4 of the plan. This thing is very, very, very long right now, okay? So email it to yourself and then print it. It is, right now, it's like 6 or 7 pages, okay? So you definitely are going to want to make sure that you have this available to like look at and check off throughout your gameplay to make sure that you're doing everything that you need to do by then. Now, I'm going to end this video. This is going to be part 1. I'm going to move on to part 2. When we start part 2, we will be talking about level 18 to 24. That part is going to be probably your busiest part of the game. Is going to be where you camp the longest, and it's going to be where the main foundation of your city is all built. So definitely the most important part of the game, level 18 to 24. So you'll be sure to check that video out. All right, and I will be back with you guys soon. And I cannot believe that was 78 minutes. Oh my God.